Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm back with another video. I'm here watching IGN's first hands-on preview of Dragon Age: The Vailgard. You feel me? I've been really wanting to play this game, but like I haven't really seen a whole lot of information about it besides like the trailer I reacted to with you guys. So I'm gonna see what the gameplay is like, and if I'm gonna make a journey out of it with y'all, if I'm gonna record it or anything. But if y'all get this video to 100 views and like 10 likes, I'll for sure make an episode 1 and go from there. You feel me? So let's get right to the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
It's been 10 long years since Dragon Age Inquisition, and the expectations for the next game in the series, Dragon Age: The Vailgard, seem impossible. A full decade, a bevy of behind-the-scenes changes, and an interesting start to its marketing campaign made me a little worried for my most highly anticipated game of the year.
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
But one of my biggest
game looked
concerns,
good,
based on
though.
early previews, was that it could be headed in the direction of being a linear action game rather than its more open-world predecessor. While Dragon Age is known for changing its style with each installment, I hoped dearly that it wouldn't lose too much of the DA DNA I fell in love with. After hours of hands-on time spread across 2 days, I'm pleased to say that I walked away with excitement and curiosity, but mostly relief to wave many of those concerns goodbye. My time with the Vailgard covered a wide smattering of things, including the incredibly expansive character creator, the introductory quests, a faction mission, and a companion quest a little deeper into the game. But I was mostly pleased with my ability to just explore Northern Thedas in all its gorgeously designed glory, experiencing a setting in Dragon Age lore that we've really only heard about. To be clear, the Vailgard isn't the
Speaking of that, if the Dragon Age community, if I should watch the lore of Dragon Age period, and if it's going if it's gonna affect me not understanding the Dragon Age the Vailgard, please let me know, because I will gladly make a video of me reacting to the lore. But let's get back to the video. My bad.
open world playground that Inquisition was. As game director Corinne Bush has previously stated, it's more mission based. But what impressed me after the first few hours was how much exploration can still be done in the various regions, as well as the impact the player character, Rook, can have on those regions.
And there we go. Easy. Wow, isn't that something?
So
Consider it something of a mix of Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. The more streamlined approach of the former with the geographically and socio-politically diverse world of the latter. Of course, some of the bigger art style, combat, and gameplay
Snap, I've never
changes
seen
will be
that.
subject to personal
Well,
taste.
I haven't
But
seen none of
after
that.
my time with the Vailgard,
God
I
dang,
have
look
a
at that
feeling like
shield.
these 10 long years just might have been worth the wait. As fans have already seen from the first gameplay trailer, players are dropped right into the city of Minrathous in the middle of the action as Solus prepares a ritual that will devastate Thedas. Luckily, our old friend Varric has recruited you to help, and it barely takes a couple of minutes for the game to put the focus on Rook.
Did he put an arrow in her shoulder? God, they shit in the nuts. Oh my
After a
lord.
surprisingly concise story recap from Varric, there are a number of aspects the Vailgard starts easing you into.
Okay, so I think I know there's like different like clans or like guilds, I guess. So somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but like if there is, I might have to watch a video on that to see what guild or clan I want to be in. Not gonna lie to you, because like I think there was like one called the Shadow Dragons or something like that. That sounds hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds tough. That's the only one I know. I'm not gonna cap to you, but like again, somebody from the Dragon Age community or like all y'all, tell me if I'm wrong, and tell me what clan y'all in or guild y'all in. I don't know what to call them, but back to the video.
For one, the combat. Gone are the days of Dragon Age Origins' more CRPG-inspired tactical system, offering a style
The
that's a
combat
mix
don't
of
look
quick
bad.
action and a mechanic where you can pause and pull up your radial menu.
Oh,
While this
snap.
absolutely does take some
Wait,
getting
what was
used
that?
to, and it'll be and pull up your radial menu. While this absolutely does take action's more
went too
CRPG-inspired
far back.
tactical
Fuck.
system, offering a style that's a mix of quick action.
Wait, so are these your? So I do remember seeing this in the trailer. I reacted to. So is this like? So you be able to control your your partner's what spell they do off this, right? I'm pretty sure that way it looked like. I'm not gonna cap.
And a mechanic where you can pause and pull up your radial menu. While this absolutely does take some getting used to, and it'll be a gradual process to create what could be a highly customized build while learning all your companions' different abilities.
Look at the skill tree, bro. This thing is massive. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love me a game with a big skill tree. You feel me? There's so many possibilities. Like, this game looking like I'm finna play this. I'm not gonna cap. Like, what the world? I didn't expect this game to look like this for real.
It didn't take me long to actually start having fun with it. I largely played mage and rogue builds during my hands-on time, and also quickly started to lean on certain companions' abilities. For one, the mage healing ability was essential. For one particularly difficult remnant, I basically established a pattern where I was only using Balara's mana to heal me, dodging and playing it safe when it got too risky. Nev's ability to slow time was also one I kept returning to, offering a bit more control on the battlefield when the situation got a little too fast-paced.
Who the hell's Nev? Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I don't know.
For you glass cannon builds out there, you'll want to have a warrior around to taunt your enemies out of your way.
No problem.
Like a whole lot in the Vailgard, combat revolves around your companions.
My God, I'm not gonna lie to you. The rogue looking tough. I think it's the rogue. It gotta be. He got dual blades and a bow, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Different companions have different combo options together.
I think I found my class. I'm not gonna cap.
Opportunities to build team synergy. Oh, and you'll want to listen to your companions in combat too, as they'll occasionally drop some useful hints.
They give it callouts.
Your dialogue choices, your rook's background, and the frequent decisions you make are immediately important, which shouldn't be too surprising for fans of BioWare games. The dialogue.
See, look, I love games that I can make my own choices in, but at the same time, though, my choices be horrible in the game scenario, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Oh my lord, I'm happy, but I'm scared at the same time. You feel me? If y'all could really understand what I'm saying.
Is back, of course, as is the approval-disapproval system.
We haven't got a lot of time.
You got approval and disapproval. Who's approving my shit and disapproving?
Right to the point.
But I was surprised to see that the Vailgard actually explains the consequences of some of your dialogue choices in very clear terms.
See, you say that.
It's a variation of the so-and-so will remember that system, but more specific.
But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Take, for example, my first confrontation with Solus, aka Fen'Harel, aka the Dreadwolf. I chose a more sarcastic, humorous approach with him, and at the end of our confrontation, text on the side of the screen informed me that I have traded verbal jabs with Solus.
This is your responsibility.
Oh, so...
That was far from the only occurrence of this sort of
approval, disapproval, right here. So it's the actual your companions. Okay, cool.
Text, and it leaves me curious as to how your relationships with various characters will build and branch out over time based on your attitude. Speaking of consequences, characters will build and branch out over.
What happened to her? She was just clear-faced. Yo, you fought One Punch Man and survived?
Over time based on your attitude. Speaking of consequences, it quickly became clear to me that there would consistently be tons of choices in the Vailgard that'll have lasting results. It probably sounds like I'm stating the obvious here, but I got the sense that even more of these kinds of choices might be peppered throughout than the usual BioWare game. Right at the beginning, for instance, I made a choice that led to Harding getting injured, and she was still...
So it's your fault. You did this to her. Bro, there's consequences like that?
Bruised up for the remainder of the next couple hours. I felt like a real jerk about it, and that was probably the point. Dragon Age the Vailgard seemed to be telling me, right from the start, that I'm going to feel like a jerk a lot.
Nah, whoever made that mechanic, bro, they want you to simmer your failure, bro.
Too much, you'll also be able to see some of your progression and choices in the environment around you as well. But once introductions were out of the way, it was time to explore the wide world of Thedas and see its past and present collide.
Shall we? Let's do this.
The game looks like my type of game. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This ain't look lit as fuck.
As mentioned earlier, one of my biggest worries was that the Vailgard could end up being more linear in its approach. trading branching gameplay for a straight line. And sure, the opening hours, essentially the tutorial zone, are a little railroady, save for a couple key decisions you have to make. But once you're past that and more established within Act 1, you're much more free to tackle quests as you please as you unlock more and more regions. You do this via the crossroads. For those of you who aren't brushed up on your Dragon Age lore, that's a nexus between the waking world of Thedas and the metaphysical realm of the Fade, through which the ancient elves would travel through magical mirrors called alluvians.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was gonna help me understand a little bit. That I got way more questions. What the fuck's alluvians, nigga? What's that? What? She said medical physical? Like what? I just butchered that word. I don't know what she said. What she said?
Of the Fade, through which
I'm
the
never go back no
ancient
more.
elves
Fuck
would
it. I'm
travel
gonna get more
through
confused.
magical mirrors called alluvians. You
What's
now
alluvians,
use the
nigga?
alluvians for that same purpose, and to unlock new regions, you have to fight through certain areas
Somebody
of the
tell me
crossroads before
what
you
she
can
just
start
said.
fast traveling to them.
Somebody tell me what she just said, bro. That's like
Unlocking said regions opens up a vast network of areas, and not unlike past Dragon Age games, they're dramatically different from one another.
As the gods
the more she talk, the more I think I'm gonna have to watch a lore video. Like,
Take, for example, the Arlethan Forest. A gorgeous, colorful region that mixes greenery with elven magic.
That's
You can see
immaculate.
nugs burrow into the grass, magical artifacts abound, and there's a
Overwhelmed?
vast array of
you see that overwhelmed? That's me right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
nature to simply admire. You're hit with a massive tone shift, however, when
That
you
shit
head to
big,
Hallsberg.
big as fuck.
Lavender
Like,
Village. Whatever happened here looks.
I don't know
like
why I
Demeter's
can't
crossing.
talk this video, bro.
Currently under
Was
siege
not
by
this
the
video
Blight,
today.
here is where you'll see some of the more horror-inspired
Thor?
aesthetics, and frankly, just some of the grosser aspects of the Blight.
Ugh.
While the
Ew.
Vailgard's tone certainly leans more high fantasy in places like the Crossroads, don't worry. Those who miss the gore and dark fantasy of Origins will find that too in places where the Blight has spread. But I couldn't help but spend a lot of my time just running around in Treviso, the bustling city that's home to the Antivan Crows faction. For one thing, a lively city feels like a novelty in Dragon Age, but there was simply so much to explore that I kept getting sidetracked. A merchant with unique items here, a new quest to pick up over there,
We
and
try
a
to fix
random
her hair.
combat encounter over
That
there.
nigga Red Star, he put the Duke Dennis just now. Y'all saw that.
Quest to pick so much to explore that I
Look
kept
at her.
getting sidetracked. A merchant with unique
Dude,
items
dude,
here,
Why you fix your hair like that, bro? My nigga got Riz, bro. My nigga the next Duke Dennis in Dragon Age, bro.
a new quest to pick up over
Nigga
there,
make eye
and a
con- make-
random
make eye
combat
contact,
encounter
bro.
over there. And that's just when I wasn't looking around for a cat or dog to pet. Because yes, you can pet the cats and dogs.
Like, I don't really care about that. I'm not a cat.
Outside of the cats and
That's
dogs,
not no
there are
fucking cat. That's a jaguar. Like, what type of cat is that? That nigga can eat you, bro. Nah, that's not no fucking cat. That's a
Outside
wild
of the
animal.
Cats and dogs, there are some unique ways to interact with the environment as well. Each companion has an environmental ability, some of which came in quite handy for me. In my time in the Arlethan Forest, I frequently called upon Balara, whose environmental ability allows her to tinker with magical artifacts. In a nice quality of life feature, your companions don't even need to be in your party in order for you to use these abilities. As an aside, another one of my
Oh,
favorite
snap,
quality
okay.
of life additions is the fact that party banter pauses and picks up again later if you trigger combat, a cutscene, or anything else that would interrupt their dialogue. That's right, no more awkward standing around in order to hear the complete
Louise.
conversation.
I hate that, bro.
Yes.
If you're feeling overwhelmed, the difficulty and accessibility options do allow for about just as much or as little hand-holding as you need. For example, with one Antivan Crow's quest I was doing, I could turn the navigation on and simply follow the game's guidance, or turn it off and look for clues in the environment to follow. In this case, the crow's purple symbol painted on certain walls.
Another mark this way.
I also just happened to be playing an Antivan Crow Rook while completing this quest, which led to some fun dialogue options.
We crows are all the army Antiva has, but it's not like we can field a garrison.
Once I was in the thick of things, I
That's
could
another
clearly
plane?
see the
The
features in the
Crows?
Vailgard that boiled down to, okay, we heard the complaints about Inquisition, specifically addressing the infamous Hinterlands problem, which is a reference to the first open world area players visit in Inquisition. The zone was packed with more than 50 side quests, many of which boiled down to mere fetch quests, and it left many players drowning in a bevy of checklists that felt inconsequential to the story. The Vailgard has boiled this down quite a lot. You're still free to explore, but the scope isn't nearly as dizzying, and the quests point back to the main story, a region or faction, or a companion. Another clear reaction to criticisms of Inquisition are our villains in the Vailgard, Elgranon and Gillenane. The two elven gods feel much more present throughout the events of the early game than Corypheus, the frankly lackluster baddie of Inquisition.
Whatever comes, we're ready for a fight.
Words easily said, but rarely proven.
While there's a whole lot more Thedas to see and talk
I'm
about,
gonna lie to you,
I'd
the
be
character's
remiss
kinda
if I
bad,
didn't
I'm
bring
gonna
it
lie to you.
back home to the Lighthouse.
I'm an isekai nigga, so I'm trying to have a harem low key.
The Lighthouse will likely be the most important location of the Vailgard, serving as the hub for you and your companions. Each one of your companions has their own room, and conveniently, a light shines outside of their door when they have a cutscene available. Once you get further into Act 1, it certainly starts to feel more lived in, and you can discover some pretty charming character quirks. For example, I found that Emmerich's skeletal assistant Manfred enjoys spending time on the balcony, and we even got a few games of rock, paper, scissors in.
Nah, my nigga cool. My nigga cool off that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna fuck with this nigga, bro. The skeleton dude, that might be my best friend in the game, bro. That ass.
The Lighthouse is
Best 2 out of
also
3.
obviously where you're able to do some housekeeping, especially when it comes to the caretaker.
Offer dweller.
That nigga scary. I would not trust that nigga with a 10-foot pole, bro. That nigga look like he fucking what's the guy named in Hades, bro? The dude that take the souls to hell, bro. He look like that nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This wildly helpful spirit is always standing by to help you
He's a
enchant
spirit,
and upgrade
too.
armor for you and your companions. But I found the Lighthouse somewhat symbolic of one of the biggest
it's scary.
challenges this game is facing. Bringing in new players while honoring the now incredibly vast lore that Dragon Age has built across the games, comic books, short stories, and more. Basically,
They got comic books and short stories, bro. Oh my god, bro. Yo, the lore finna be crazy for this game,
if you
bro.
were worried that the name change from Dragon Age Dreadwolf would mean less Solus, think again. His history, along with the history of the other elven gods, is baked into the Lighthouse, and you learn more and more about the threat you face as you unlock Solus's murals with various wolf statues. You even get to see some of his memories firsthand.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
As a lore nerd, I very much appreciated this, as well as the various other callbacks to series history. The Origins fans will likely love the Grey Warden heavy quests, and we already know the Inquisitor will be involved in some way, as you can recreate them and select your world states in the character creator. But I do wonder if it'll overwhelm new players, which BioWare certainly seems to be courting with its action-heavy combat system. That's why it helps, at least, to have something of an outsider like Rook to take the helm of the Vailgard. Plus, the scrappiness of Rook reminded me a bit of playing as Hawke in Dragon Age 2, rather than the more Chosen One-esque protagonists of the Warden in Origins and the Inquisitor in Inquisition. In short, a lot changed in Dragon Age the Vailgard, but there was so much I was relieved to see stay. The focus on companions and romance, the rich lore, and a gorgeous world to explore. It
This
goes
game
without
looks so
saying that there's still
amazing,
a
bro.
ton of the Vailgard that I haven't seen, especially if it's
oh, I
as
want
big as
wings.
Origins and Inquisition, and it certainly seems like it. But
I
after
remember
finishing
seeing
my
that nigga.
preview, I found myself even more eager to dive into it, and much more hopeful that this could be the hit BioWare needs.
I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I went from like 20% of I might gotta watch lore to like 150 just now. Like yeah, bro. So if y'all got anybody who can give me good lore videos for Dragon Age, bro, let me know down in the comments, bro. Cause like, yo, when she started going into detail about whatever she was talking about, I can't even give y'all like a good like example of what she said, cause I'm that lost. So you know, yeah, lore video coming my way. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but this game looks like a game I would fucking enjoy, bro. I oh my god, got me like I got gather my thoughts just now. Like this game, I for sure would love to make a journey for y'all, bro. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I might just do that shit just cause I want to, not gonna cap. But if y'all excited for Dragon Age the Vailgard, please tell me in the comment section, like, comment, and subscribe, bro, and give me y'all thoughts, bro. Cause like, bro, this game looks so amazing, and I can't wait for it to play. When does it drop? Somebody tell me down in the comment section too. And, you know, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.